Hello, friends and knife nerds. This is the Ankylo by Vosteed. So this is a pretty cool knife. It's nice and hefty. Actually, let's weigh it right off the bat. This thing is, this is the information I really want to know right off the rip because it feels chunky when I like it. Yeah, 4.93. That's a good heft of a weight. That's nice. These are aluminum scales. We got black hardware and a gold pivot ring. This is the Vanker lock. It's a new system by Vosteed, and this is a fidget knife. The action is nice, especially through whether it's back flipper or the front flipper or the blade hole. The action is nice. But the release isn't exactly what I was hoping. It's a little tight unless you can hold down. It's a center pivot. So unless you hold this down the entire time, which makes fidgeting a little less fun, then it takes a little bit longer. So you have to keep your finger on that the entire time. But if we're talking practicality, that's a really nice blade. There is a more expensive version with an LMAX blade, but as you can see here, 154 cm steel. In fact, let's see how many inches of 154 cm steel we got here. Okay, stop. 3 inches, 3 and a hair. So 3 and a hair inches of LMAX with a black wash finish. Call that reverse Tonto, call that Wharncliffe. I would call it Tonto because of the belly. Wharncliffe usually has a straight edge. Some are going to call it a sheep's foot. You never really know. Got a small swedge up top here, but mostly you got just about a full flat grind till you reach here. Blade hole placement is excellent. I like the whole center pivot thing. I'm not in love with it yet, but I've had a couple knives. I've had a Riot and a Vosteed with this center pivot now, and it's good. I'll have to do a video where I take this off so you can have a look at the Vanker lock system. It's pretty interesting, but it's functional and it works nicely. It's just the action on the release leaves a little bit desired, but deploying this thing, beautiful action. The bearings are huge. They are literally around this outer pivot ring. They're monsters. So and they're brass with ceramic ball bearings. So they're really nice. They're good. Beautiful quick action right there. Let's get an overall length here. So we have a nice piece of heft on this thing, and got just about 8 inches here, so it's probably pretty spot on at 8 inches. That's a nice size knife. You can see I wear XL gloves, and this fits comfortably in hand. The ergonomics are nice. They're comfy. Some jimping up top right here, as you can see, and as far as functionally, it's not excellent. Finger kind of glides right over it. It slows it a little bit. But I like the forward choil here. There's enough so I can really choke up on this thing when needed. Getting on top of it for cover, for overhand. Really make some nice controlled cuts. That's very comfortable. The thumb does rest on the jimping when you're just doing some usual push slicing, so it is functional. Man, that thing deploys nicely though. It's got all the options. It's got my favorite, the blade hole and the front flipper, which I love, but it also has the back flipper, so the action is quick. Bam. What am I, Emerald? Anyway, frag aluminum pattern. And you can see that I like the gold touches here, whether it's the pivot ring or the lanyard hole. That is a through and through barrel, so it goes all the way through. It's stepped down when you pull it out, so it fits in these holes because it's wider here in the center. Then you got these black, that just one black pivot, or excuse me, standoff. And you know, there's not a whole ton of clearance here. That blade is nicely centered, and there's not a lot of room on the left or the right. So let's make a few comparisons just so you can get an idea to some other Vosteeds. What she looks like, the Valkyrie. That is very similar in size, just a little bit smaller than the Ankylo, and the Raccoon, just a little bit smaller. Those are definitely 7.5 to 7 3/4 inch knives, and then we're looking at 8 on the Ankylo. So the Raccoon and the Valkyrie are very similar sizes here. Pretty cool. That's a pretty standard Vosteed size, 7 3/4 ish. That's what I love that size. I like that size quite a bit. Heavier knife, like I mentioned, very comfortable. My only real issue is the downward part. When you're putting the blade back, it's a little slower than I like, and something that is fidgety. Takes a little more work or a little extra wrist hit. You can see there, you really have to smack it with your wrist like to bring it back down, because otherwise it's gonna get caught like that. Anyway, pretty cool knife, and not that expensive for what you're getting. It is pricey. I think this version was $120-ish. So if you're in the market, let me know what you think. I'm very curious. Oh yes, quickly, the pocket clip. Deep carry pocket clip butt. It will sit about a 1/2 inch out of your pocket, and it's reversible. And it's got a little black piece that will sit in there to fill the void. All right, friends and knife nerds, please like and subscribe if you want, because it just helps the channel and it helps me out. If not, that's fine. We're cool. We can hang out. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.